Hi there, I'm Danny Flexen for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by esteemed trainer Don Charles, and we're here to reflect upon one of the more shocking results of 2020, one of the more shocking results in a heavyweight division in recent years that has seen Anthony Joshua lose to Andy Ruiz, for example. We've just watched, well, you've just watched, Don. I've seen clips of it, but Alexander Povetkin turned back the clock and uncork a massive left uppercut to end Dillian Whyte's night and probably put his career on hold for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually in a state of shock. I'm devastated because I have a vested interest in this contest. I'm still in shock. You can probably hear my voice trembling. I mean, where do we start? That was a shock that would have shocked the whole boxing world. It certainly shook me because I didn't see that coming. Really didn't. It just came out of nowhere. Especially when you've had the man down twice, which it was only a matter of time before Dillian Whyte stopped provoking. And then out of nowhere, that thunderbolt of a left uppercut. And it's a boxing. I always tell people is very unforgiving. It's really unforgiving. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start to how one will feel. Dillian Whyte. It just shows you such law. Yeah, man, he's been waiting for so long for his opportunity, and he's been denied his opportunity to contest for that WBC title. And again, him being the type of athlete and fighter he is, who will fight anybody. He didn't have to have this fight, as you know. Every fight he's had, we can reel it back. Rivers, all the people, Derek Chisora, obviously, all the fights he's had in the last 24 months, 36 months, he didn't have to have any of those fights, maybe a couple of them, he's put it on the line every time, took the risks. He could have taken step aside money he's been offered a few times. He chose to no, I want to fight everybody. Unfortunately, law of averages. How gutted will we all, the fans, be for this young man? I'm gutted, absolutely gutted.
It's just a shocker, not just generally because going into the fight he was a healthy favourite, but as the fight unfolded and I was following it along on social media as well, the vast majority of people felt he was ahead even before the fourth round. Then he scores 2 knockdowns in the fourth round. The fourth round ends just after the second knockdown. People were saying the end is nigh. Povetkin's not going to have much longer. He's got a history of gassing as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then from seemingly out of nowhere, and it was great technique. It wasn't a lucky punch.
Oh God, no.
It's lovely dip to the left to open up the body and then straight through the middle.
All the experiences he had gotten from all his career, it came out to rescue him right there. One punch. What a punch! What a punch! A blind shot. They always said the ones that get you is the ones you don't see. You're not supposed to throw that type of shot from there. It takes a special kind of fighter to be able to deliver that. It was deliberately and purposely. He obviously, when he dipped, it's almost like a footballer going from a tight angle. He's not supposed to score from that angle, and he managed to put a blinding shot unsavable. One of those shots that unsavable. It doesn't matter what goalkeeper you are, can't save it. Let's go back to boxing. That shot, I don't believe there's any boxer on the planet that would have defended that shot.
No, I think Whyte was probably anticipating the left hook.
Absolutely,
we know that Povetkin dips to the left and throws the left a bit higher over the top, an arcing shot. And I think he anticipated that. And then Povetkin obviously dipped round and arced up through the middle instead. And that was all she wrote. It was a heavy fall as well. He went straight backwards.
The referee did well. The referee did. We have to commend the referee because they don't get mentioned. If anything goes wrong in the past, referees get slated. We have to commend the referee because some knockouts, you don't count them. And he straight away knew when Dillian failed heavily, he knew that was an accountable one, and he waved it off. And the man like I said, he will go back. He's gained everybody's respect, Dillian, even before this. I hope the boxing world, the fans, the people that run boxing, should I say, they do the honorable thing and bring this kid back and honor him and give him what he deserves. To get a title shot in the near future.
What of Povetkin now? Because in the build-up to the fight, certainly this week, promoter Eddie Hearn has been saying that this is a final eliminator for Tyson Fury's WBC title. Now, all along, Dillian Whyte, for a year now, has been the mandatory. He's been number one for a lot longer than that. Does Povetkin now inherit that position? And will Tyson Fury be pressured after the third Wilder fight to go straight in with Povetkin in the way that he has been by the WBC to accommodate Dillian Whyte? Will the rules now change?
Well, the thing is, the politics of boxing, and I always try to not to get involved with that. Anything can happen. This is to every plan anybody had within the governing bodies, for instance, it will all been thrown out the window now. Yeah, Povetkin basically has gate crashed that scene. He's gate crashed. So it's a question of how can I put it? I really don't know what will happen now. Povetkin, like I said, has just gate crashed it. So they have to go back to the board. Everybody has to go back to the board. Nobody saw this coming. I don't believe Povetkin, if he's honest, didn't see that he could pull this off. He was in a position to take this fight. He took the fight. I don't believe in his hearts of hearts that he believed, no, I'm not him. He got to go in there with a belief. Obviously, he wouldn't have got in that ring if he thought. He's not the sort of guy who's just going to take a payday. He's got money. He's a very successful ex-champion who's fought everybody. So I'm sure he went in there saying all his experience will serve him right, and it came through for him. I'm a sportsman. I'm also glad for him because I'm a big fan of Povetkin. When I first started training Derek Chisora, he was one of the people I tried to model Derek on. I said to Derek, "You must watch this guy. He's like the White Evander Holyfield, being my other fighter that I love. He very resembles the way Holyfield fights. I call him the White or the White Holyfield. I really love his style in his early days, and I used to say to Derek to watch him. That's who I'd like you to fight like. And so I'm a big fan of Povetkin's. I'm glad for him. I'm sad for my boy Dillian. Like I said, is a close. Although Derek has fought him twice, but he's still a personal friend, and I do feel for him, his family, his coach, his new coach, Xavier Miller, who that's just showed this thing's very unforgiving. He was doing everything right, Dillian. He was boxing to instructions from the corner, and round one I gave him, round two I gave him, 3 I gave to Povetkin, 4 Whyte gets that double knockdown, which sealed the round of him. A big round. And then you thought it's only a matter of time and Povetkin will get stopped, and he just pulls that shot at the bag, So I'm still in a state of shock. I haven't digested it yet.
Before I let you go, though, Don, with the mandatory obligation for Tyson Fury not being removed, but it's no longer Dillian Whyte, presumably, and a viable opponent for Anthony Joshua in Dillian Whyte also removed from the equation.
Wow.
Because no one's really going to be begging to see Joshua Povetkin too.
No.
Does that mean that Joshua Fury moves maybe a slight step closer? Well,
on a business sense, of course, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, if I were, like I said, I'm not a politician or get involved in boxing politics, but that's the only logical situation. What should happen next, but it's all down to the money people.
Good stuff. Well, Don, it's been a pleasure. Obviously, next time, hopefully under more happy circumstances.
Yeah. I think it's sad for Britain. It's sad because Dillian Whyte, like I said, it just shows this boxing thing has to be sorted out, because how long can you be mandatory for? And he was denied that opportunity. And Dillian Whyte, being typical Dillian Whyte, he kept taking these risks, which is what the fans love him for. He likes to give value for money. He likes to be in real fights. He could have chosen. Listen, I'm sure you're aware. He was at some point he was offered step aside money. He said no. And quite a large amount of sums of money was offered to step aside. He said, no, I'm not stepping aside. I want to be given the chance to fight, to contest for the WBC. You have to take your hat off for a man who stood on his, morals, and he wanted to have that shot, and he deserved to have that shot. He was denied that shot. And I pray to God, I'm a God-fearing man, I pray to God justice prevails in the future. It wasn't like he went in there, he was getting beaten up around and then got knocked out. No, he was dominating the fight skillfully, technically, dissecting Povetkin. And then, like I said, this sport is very unforgiving. Really, really, really sad for him and his family and his trainers.
Well, on that somber note, we'll wrap up for the night, but I'm sure we'll reconvene in the next few weeks to go over how the heavyweight landscape has been altered by this shocking result.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Don. Take care.
Take care.